Hello everyone, my name is Sarafi and I'm happy to meet you all. And today we are looking at the brand new updates to Master Duel with the new selection pack. Before we do that, there's a new secret pack. Finally, you can get White Forest in secret packs. Tales of the Witch, which is really good actually. There's only... it's being combined with Relinquished because White Forest is such a large archetype. There's only 2 non-White Forest URs, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 5 White Forest URs in the box, which 2 of them are one-ofs. I think, oh, actually 3. I think Tales of the White Forest is also a one-of. And then only 2 SRs as well that aren't White Forest. We got Thousand Eyes Restricted and Relinquished Fusion. So not too bad. This is going to be pretty consistent for picking up your White Forest deck, which is nice. Alright, so let's take a look at the new selection pack. Detonate to the top speed. We have... Oh... Let me see that again. We have Crystal Clearwing Over Synchro Dragon finally here, along with Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Shien, Raziel Detonator, and finally, Abao Aq, the Light Shadow. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, Abao Aq, the Lightless Shadow. This is a Link 4 Fiend monster that requires 2 or more monsters, including at least 1 Fiend with 2800 attack points. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can discard 1 card, then activate one of these effects. Destroy 1 card on the field, or banish this card until the end phase, and if you do, special summon 1 light or dark monster from your graveyard. During your standby phase, you can draw cards equal to the number of different monster types in your graveyard, then place cards from your hand on the bottom of the deck in any order, equal to the number of cards you drew. So, Abao Aq, the Lightless Shadow, is quite a deadly card. It allows you to... It allows you to pop, obviously, which can be very useful, but being able to cycle light and dark monsters from your graveyard is really good. And then, of course, you also get to, if you play a lot of monster types, you get to constantly recycle your hand, which allows you to go from, you know, your turn where you used up all your resources trying to build a board to your opponent's turn where you need a bunch of hand traps. And then on your turn, you can switch over back from, like, returning all your hand traps to get some more engine. So, really, I mean, there's absolutely everything good about this card. It's a fantastic Link 4 card. And it only requires 2 monsters, which means that you can easily make it with some Link 2s that you have already used the effects of. So, a good end board piece for basically any deck that plays Fiends. Alright, first up for the URs for Raziel, we have Raziel Duo Drive. This is a rank 4, 2500 attack, 2000 defense Fire Thunder monster. It requires 2 or more level 4s. For each material this card has, monsters you control gain 100 attack points, monsters your opponents control lose 100 attack points. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can attach 1 Raziel monster from your graveyard to this card's material. During your main phase, you can detach 2 materials from a monster you control. If you do, add 2 Raziel cards with different names from your deck to your hand. So this card, you make this card, then you can detach it, and then you can draw 2 cards. That's really good. So, Duo Drive is going to be kind of one of the starting pieces for your turn. Not your end board because you're going to make Detonator, but this is how you can start getting all your Raziel pieces in rotation. Next up, we have Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Shien. This is a level 6 Warrior Synchro monster with 2500 attack points and 1900 defense points. It requires a Warrior Tuner plus a non-tuner 6 Samurai monster, so not generic in any way. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can add 1 6 Samurai monster or 1 Shien effect monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So this allows you to search Great Shogun Shien, which is really nice, actually. You can only use this effect of Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Shien once per turn. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy the card. And that is a soft once per turn, so feel free to make as many Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Shiens as possible. If this card on the field will be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 monster you control instead. And that's typical of 6 Samurai. Not the most amazing effect ever, but definitely an option. This is a good card, and with the other 6 Samurai support, this will be a staple. It's been too long, my friend. Welcome back. Level 12, Crystal Clearwing over Synchro Dragon. It requires 2 or more tuners or 1 tuner Synchro Monster plus Clearwing Synchro Dragon. So you must make this with Clearwing Synchro Dragon and then either 2 or more tuners that add up to level 5 or a tuner Synchro Monster that is level 5. Must be Synchro Summon. Once per turn, when another card or its effect is activated as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card, and if you destroy a monster, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of the turn. If this face-up Synchro Summon card in its owner's control leaves the field by an opponent's card, you can special summon 1 Clearwing monster from your extra deck. Okay, so Crystal Clearwing over Synchro Dragon is a fantastic card that allows you to very easily overpower your opponent as a soft once per turn Omni negate. So you could use your Clearwing Wonder Trap card, banish it from the graveyard to banish over Synchro Dragon from your field and then return it to the field, giving you another Omni negate. This card can be summoned with the effect of Crimson Dragon. So you can expect that Blue Eyes players will probably put this card in their deck. They'll probably use this in place of the Stardust card, because Seifer is the main reason that people use Seifer is to escape the drawback of the card being destroyed. It also does protect True Light from being destroyed once, but better off is this card, which allows you to negate anything and then float into one of the best float targets is probably going to be hold on. You have a couple of float targets, but I believe the best one is probably going to be Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Where is it? This one. Oh no, that's if this card is Synchro Summon. I see. Okay. All right, and then maybe Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. You can't make Crystal Wing, unfortunately, and Clearwing's not amazing. Clearwing Fast Dragon is an option, but yeah, probably Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon for the unaffected by monsters, and then also the spell and trap negate. Good card. Okay, Fabled Leviah Zabul. This is a level 10 Light Fiend Synchro monster that requires 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners. Once per turn during the main phase, as a quick effect, you contribute any number of Fabled monsters. If you do, take control of that many face-up monsters your opponent controls, but their effects are negated. So that is an insanely busted effect. As a quick effect, you contribute monsters, including this card, so that means that you can avoid getting impermed or any other effects that negate face-up monsters. Take control of that many face-up monsters your opponent controls forever. So you just steal, like, everything. That's really, really funny. If this card's in your graveyard, you can target one other Fabled card in your graveyard. Return this card to the extra deck. If you do, add that target to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So yeah, this card's insane. This is exactly what Fable needs, and it will be interesting to see how Fabled makes their end board. I am glad that Fabled finally got their support. I'm actually kind of surprised that they fit that into... There's Jurax in here, too. Wow. They really did just... How big is this pack? It's 85 cards. They really did just, like, go all out here. Let's see. Because, yeah, Fabled's got to have two new SRs, right? Gamagen is an SR, and there's Behemoth, yeah. Crazy. This is one heck of a pack. Alright. Jurak Astero. I don't think I've ever seen this one, actually. I looked at the new Jurak support when it came out, but this artwork does not look familiar to me. Level 10 Fire Dinosaur Synchro Monster, 2,500 attack points, 2,300 defense points. Oh no, yeah, I've seen this effect. I just don't remember the artwork. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner dinosaur monsters. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can set 1 Jurak spell or trap from your deck or graveyard, which is great. You can set it directly, so it prevents you from being Ash. Once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster, as a quick effect, you can banish 2 dinosaurs from your graveyard, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. That is hilarious. And then during your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can banish 2 Jurak monsters from your graveyard, including this card. Special summon 1 Jurak Meteor from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro Summon. Okay. So, it's important to understand that Jurak Meteor is a really good card. It allows you to... did they not reprint Jurak Meteor in this box? It's a UR, so I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have. Yeah, they didn't. Jurak... Can I see, like, related cards? Yeah, here we go. Jurak Meteor is a level 10 that's has 2,800 attack points, requires a Jurak tuner plus 2 or more non-tuner dinosaur monsters. If this card is Synchro Summon, destroy all cards on the field, then you can special summon 1 tuner from your graveyard. So, Astero just basically lets you bomb the field, which is really funny. So, yeah, this is great. This gives Juraks an actual plan. I don't know what spell or trap they're intended to set. Oh, is it this one? Jurak Volcano. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 dinosaur monster you control. If you do, special summon a Jurak monster from your deck. If your opponent special summons a monster, they've activated 4 or more monster effects, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Jurak Meteor from your extra deck. That's right. Okay. Jurak Volcano is a field spell. It says, if your opponent special summons a monster, and they have activated 4 or more monster effects this turn, you can special summon 1 Jurak Meteor from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro Summon. And if a Jurak card you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish a dinosaur from your graveyard instead. So, your opponent is like, this is like another Nibiru. You're just like, you have activated 4 monster effects. Would you like to special summon? You're like, oh no, the meteor is coming. Then you special summon a monster, they're like, you fool! And they drop a Jurak Meteor on your face and then banish a single dinosaur monster from their graveyard, so all of their cards stay on the field except for Volcano. Yes, okay, this is hilarious. I will probably build this deck, because that sounds really, really funny. Alright. Sword Raziel. Oh man, Sword is a UR too? How many URs is that? 1, 2... Oh, I skipped Detonator somehow. That's really funny. My fault, guys. Oh, Ice is a UR too. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 URs. Whew. My gems. Alright. Raziel Detonator. This is the card that everyone's excited about. Rank 4. Has 3,000 attack points. This is not the first rank 4 to have 3,000 attack points, but it is one of only 2, I believe. Very, very powerful card. Light Pyro Xyz monster requires 2 or more level 4 Raziel monsters. When your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can attach 1 material from this card, then target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So that is that's it. That's what it does. So every time your opponent activates a card, you can detach 1 material from this card and pop a card on the field. Now, it is a targeted effect, but the fact that Detonator can just do this over and over and over again is what makes it so difficult to deal with. Now, I have not played Raziel myself, so I don't know how many materials Detonator is going to have, but this will be quite interesting to see how it works. You can only use each of the following effects of Raziel Detonator once per turn. If this card is a special summon, you can attach 1 monster from your graveyard to this card's material. If it exceeds monster you control will be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can attach 1 material from this card instead. Okay, so it can protect itself from being destroyed as well, which is nice. Good card. Not limited for some reason, even though I think this card is limited 1 in both formats now. Or, yeah. Alright. Sword Raziel, this is a level 4 Fire Thunder monster. If you have a Raziel monster in your field or on your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except rank 4 Xyz monsters. Perfectly fine. You just don't play Lynx in Raziel. You can only special summon Sword Raziel once per turn this way. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one light pyro monster from your deck to your hand. Okay? And the light pyro monster you get, I assume, is going to be Ice Raziel. Ice Raziel, you can special summon this card from your hand by sending one card from your hand or field to the graveyard. If summoned this way, you cannot summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except rank 4s. You can only special summon Ice Raziel once per turn this way. If this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Raziel monster from your deck except Ice Raziel. Ooh, but only if it's normal summon. Interesting. Okay, this is a really good starter then. EXT Raziel. This is a light pyro. This is limited to 2. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending one Xyz monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except rank 4 Xyz monsters. You can only special summon EXT Raziel once per turn this way. If this card is normal or special summon and you control no other face-up monsters except level or rank 4 monsters, you can add one Fire Thunder monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So this will let you draw your Sword Raziel. Good card. Next up, we have Mulcharmy Meowls. If you control no cards as a quick fake, you can discard this card. Apply these effects this turn. Each time your opponent special summons a monster from any graveyard or banishment, immediately draw one card. And then once during this end phase, if the number of cards in your hand is more than the number of cards your opponent controls plus 6, you must randomly shuffle cards from your hand into the deck so the number equals the opponent controls plus 6. You can only activate one other Mulcharmy monster effect the turn you activate this effect. Meowls is fine. It doesn't really see any play compared to Fualos and Purlia. Gateway of the Six. This is a reprint, but this card has gone from Limit 1 to Limit 3, which is very good. So you just you can search Gateway of the Six. So this lets you play any Gateway of the Sixes that you open, and they are not once per turn. So this is insane. This is a continuous spell. Each time a 6 Samurai monster is normal or special summon, place 2 Bushido counters on this card. You can remove Bushido counters from your field to activate these effects. 2 counters. Target one 6 Samurai or Shien effect monster. That target gains 500 attack points until the end of the turn. 4 counters. Add a 6 Samurai monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. 6 counters. Target one Shien effect monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So, if you have 2 Gateway of the Sixes out, then every time that you summon 2 monsters, you get to draw 2 more monsters. Wow. That is crazy. And then if you have 3, then... Okay. So Gateway of the Six is an easy 3-of for 6 stamps. Really, really funny. Gordian Slicer. This is a normal spell card. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. At the start of your main phase 1 or your main phase 2, target any number of face-up cards on the field. For each card targeted, banish 1 card from your hand or 6 cards from your extra deck face down, then return those targeted cards to the hand. So this card is it's a very interesting blind second card. It sounds rough to banish a card from your hand, but imagine that you were playing Forbidden Droplet instead. Forbidden Droplet also takes a card out of your hand to negate a monster effect. Well, if you bounce a card, you've essentially negated its effect, but also it can't protect your opponent's life points anymore. So I think that Gordian Slicer will probably see a lot of play in Ancient Years. Ancient Years don't really need too much of their extra deck to win the game. So if you can banish 12 cards from your extra deck and then like 2 cards from your hand, you can bounce 4 cards and then just kill your opponent. So I think this is really cool. The only drawback is it has to happen at the start of your main phase 1 or 2. But the card that there's 2 cards that Ancient Years care about your opponent having more cards than you, and the first one is the Quick Play spell. Why can I not remember the Quick Play spell? It's the Train spell. It lets you special summon a level 4 and then a level 5 or higher from your deck. Okay, there's a Quick Play spell that Ancient Years play. It's in Duel Links. That lets you summon 2 monsters from your deck if your opponent controls more cards than you do. But that's Quick Play spell, so you can activate it during the standby phase. So you can already have resolved that card before you activate Gordian Slicer. The other card that you care about is Ancient Year Statue. But if your opponent has no cards on their field, who cares if you have to normal summon Ancient Year Statue? Good card. I don't know if anyone else will play this, but Ancient Gears definitely will. Okay, what is this? I have never seen this before. There's a new Odd Eyes card. Okay. It's Lights. That's weird. Level 8 Odd Eyes Soul Blaze Dragon. This is a tuner monster. Why does Odd Eyes need a level 8 tuner monster? Okay. 2,000 attack points, 2,400 defense points. It's a dragon. It's not a pendulum card. Okay. If this card is special summon, you can special summon one face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck, but you cannot special summon except pendulum monsters while you control that face-up monster. Then why is this a tuner? If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish 2 other monsters, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Pendulum from your graveyard, special summon this card. You can only use one Odd Eyes Soul Blaze Dragon effect per turn only once that turn. Wait, so you could special summon this card from your graveyard with its own effect, but if you do, you can't use its effect to special summon a Pendulum monster from your extra deck. So it's basically only triggered when it's Synchro Summon then, or if it's special summoned from the graveyard by another effect. What a weird card. What is the point of this? Alright, let's get back to the good stuff. Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Inishi. This is a level 6 warrior synchro monster that requires 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners. It has 1,700 attack points. That is awful. Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack points during the battle phase only. More acceptable. You can only teach the following effects of Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Inishi once per turn. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can banish any number of 6 Samurai monsters from your graveyard, target that many monsters your opponent controls, and return those monsters to the hand. Insanely good. That is a really, really powerful effect when you go second, so, yeah. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one of your banished 6 Samurai monsters. Also really good. You banish for cost, so... Or no, wait, no. You do not banish for cost. Okay. So if the effect is negated, then you don't get to banish anything. Okay. And then if your opponent has negated and destroyed your card, then it doesn't float into anything unless you already have something banished. Ooh, okay. Alright. You're gonna have to... Well, I mean, by the time you've Synchro Summoned once, I'm sure your opponent has already used at least one of their monster negates. This is really good. You'll have to do some baiting, but at least you have a good way to clear the board through a bunch of negates. That's good. Fabled Gamijin. This requires 1 Fabled Tuner monster plus 1 or more non-tuners. It is a level 4 Fiend Synchro monster. It is also a tuner. Okay. Your opponent cannot target other Fabled Synchro monsters you control with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can special summon 1 Fabled monster from your hand or your deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can draw cards equal to the number of Fabled Synchro monsters you control and then discard a card. That's pretty good. It lets you trigger its effect if it's used to Synchro material. Okay, Behemoth is not level 6. So I don't know... This is clearly meant to go into Leviatable. Does Fabled already have a level 6? Ah, yes. Cool. I understand. Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Kazan. This is a level 6 warrior synchro monster. It requires 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners. 6 samurai monsters you control gain 600 attack and defense during the battle phase only. Really good. You can only use each of the following effects of Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Kazan once per turn. During your opponent's main phase, as a quick effect, you can banish 1 6-strike card from your graveyard, then target 1 card on the field and destroy it. If you control 2 or more 6 samurais, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Cool. Good effect. It allows you to tag it out. And how many 6-strike cards do we have? Six-strike Double Assault, 6-strike Thunder Blast, 6-strike Sextuple Barrage. Okay, so there are 3 6-strike cards. Are any of them good? I think Double Assault is the new one. Apply one of these effects, or 2 if you control 6, or if you control 2 or more 6 samurais, you can apply both. Special summon a 6 samurai monster with 2,000 or less attack from your hand or graveyard. Change one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or less attack to face down defense position. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one 6 samurai monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use one effect per turn only once that turn. Okay, that's pretty decent. Remove one Bushido counter, target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it, target one card your opponent controls, and return it to the hand. That is decent. If you control 3 or more 6 Samurai Synchro monsters with different names, for every 6 Bushido counters you control, reduce this number by 1. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. If the set card in its owner's control is destroyed or banished by an opponent's activated effect, you can special summon one 6 Samurai monster or one Shien monster from your deck or X deck. You can only use each effect once per turn. That is insane. Okay. I assume that card is new. Yes, that card is new. Alright. Seems good enough. Alright, yes, so cool. 6 strike support. Okay. These are reprints. This card is not. Anarchist Monk of the 6 Samurai. This is a level 3 warrior tuner monster. If you control a 6 samurai monster other than Anarchist Monk of the 6 Samurai, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Anarchist Monk of the 6 Samurai once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one 6 Samurai quick play spell from your deck to your hand. A 6 Samurai monster that was synchro summoned using this card gains this effect. The levels of all monsters your opponent controls are reduced by 1. This is a really hilarious effect. I covered this when 6 Sams first came out in the TCG. Being able to mess with Synchro and Xyz monsters is very good, especially since we're about to enter a Ryziel meta. So yeah, 6 Sams will be good going first against Ryziel, because Ryziel will have to destroy whatever monster you have made with Anarchist Monk of the 6 Samurai, or they won't be able to Xyz summon at all, which is really funny. Let's see. What 6 Samurai quick play spells are there? Oh, I missed a 6 strike card. 6 strike triple impact. If you control 3 or more 6 samurais that activate one of these effects, destroy all face-up monsters, face-up traps, set traps your opponent controls. Okay, that's pretty decent. Alright, what 6 samurai quick play spells are there? Cunning of the 6 Samurai. Send one 6 samurai monster you control to the graveyard, then target one 6 samurai monster in either graveyard and special summon that target. That seems fine. 6 Scrolls of the Samurai. Oh no, that's not a 6 samurai card. Asceticism of the 6 Samurai. Target a 6 samurai monster you control. Special summon one 6 samurai monster from your deck with the same attack but a different name. If you do, destroy it during the end phase this turn. That's probably the card you're going to search. Secret Skills of the 6 Samurai. Send one monster you control to the graveyard. Target one of your banished 6 samurai monsters and special summon it. That doesn't seem very good. Okay. Yeah. Alright, yeah, probably Asceticism then. Node Ryziel, level 4 Fire Thunder monster. If you have an Xyz monster in your field or graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon from the X deck for the rest of the turn except rank 4s. You can only special summon Node Ryziel once per turn this way. You can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard, target one Ryziel monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but negate its effects. You can only use each effect once per turn. Okay. The Fabled Behemoth. Level 2 Beast Tuner. If this card is in your hand, you can discard 2 or more Fabled monsters, including this card. If you do, special summon one Fabled Synchro monster from your X deck, whose level equals the discarded monster's total original levels. This is treated as a Synchro summon. Okay, that's really interesting. Synchro summoning from the hand, and it triggers discard effects. If a card is sent from your hand to the graveyard while this card is in the graveyard, you can banish this card to special summon one Fabled monster from your hand. Okay, so you can trigger one of your Fabled effects for being discarded, and then you can immediately go into your Gamagen. And so you're going to use Behemoth along with a level 2 non-tuner. Oh wait, no. It doesn't require... Oh wow, that's interesting. It doesn't require a non-tuner. So you can use a tuner with this as well. It'll do 2 tuner synchro. Okay. Cool effect. Jirak Megalo. This is a level 1 dinosaur tuner monster. If you control a dinosaur, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can discard 2 cards, including a Jirak card, then draw 2 cards. If this card is destroyed by battle or card fight, you can send one Jirak monster from your deck or X deck to the graveyard, except Jirak Megalo. Okay, cool effect. Jiraks dinosaurs do like to destroy themselves, so that's fine. Jirak Stego. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 card you control. If you do, send one dinosaur monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can special summon one Jirak monster. You can special summon Jirak monsters from your hand and or deck, except Jirak Stego. Whose total levels equal the sent monster's level, ignoring their summoning conditions. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon except dinosaur monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. When this card on the field is destroyed by battle, you can return one face-up card on the field to the hand. Okay. That seems fine. So you summon this card, you pop a card you control, which I guess would probably be like a set card or something, like an imperm. Then send a dinosaur from your deck to the graveyard. I guess you want to I guess they want you to destroy Megalo. Does destroying Megalo do anything? Destroying Megalo does let you send another monster to the graveyard, which I guess Draxdeo can... No. Why do you care about sending a monster to the graveyard? I don't know. Special summon Drac monsters from your hand or deck whose total levels... Okay, so you can send one dinosaur monster from your deck to the graveyard, which would be like... I guess you'd probably have like a level 8 or a level 10 in your deck that you could just dump. And then you special summon a bunch of Drac monsters and then synchro summon. Pretty decent. Star Ryziel. There are so many Ryziel monsters. Wow. This is a level 4 light pyro monster. You can special summon this card from your hand by detaching one material from a monster you control. If special summon send this away, you can't summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except rank 4s. You can only special summon Star Ryziel once per turn this way. If this card is special summon, you can set one Ryziel spell or trap from your deck. Okay. So this gets you more extension while dodging Ash. Seems really good, so I'm glad that it's not you are. Alright, I've already covered Drac Volcano. Let me talk about Fabled Realms Revival real quick before we get into the Speedroid stuff. Fabled Realms Revival. This is a continuous spell. When this card is activated, you can set one Fabled spell or trap from your deck except Fabled Realms Revival, which could include the field spell. Your opponent can activate the effects, cannot activate cards or effects when you synchro summon a Fabled Synchro monster. Once per turn, you can discard one Fabled card, then activate one of these effects, draw one card, special summon one Fabled monster from your graveyard or banishment. You can only activate one Fabled Realms Revival per turn. But it is a soft once per turn on the discard effect, so if you have multiple cards, multiple Fabled cards activated, you can use them both. This is a really good card. Alright. Colonel Clackers is an SR. That is shocking. There's only one Speedroid UR? Insane. Speedroids continue their trend of being ridiculously cheap. Colonel Clackers. I was expecting this to be a 3 of UR, so that's crazy good. This is a level 2 non-tuner monster that has a pendulum scale of 8. Its pendulum effect is you can banish one Speedroid card from your graveyard, place one Speedroid pendulum monster from your deck in your pendulum zone. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except wind monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. Absolutely fantastic card. If this card on the field is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon one Speedroid Colonel Clackers as a tuner from your hand, deck, or graveyard. During damage calculation, if your Clearwing monster battles while this card is face up in your extra deck, you can banish this card. If you do, that monster gains 700 attack points. So, what you do is you banish a Speedroid card from your graveyard, then you play the Clearwing Synchron from your deck in your other Pendulum Zone. The Clearwing pops both Colonel Clackers and itself, then it mills a trap, and Colonel Clackers special summons another Colonel Clackers from your deck as a level 2 tuner monster, which allows you to continue synchro summoning, which is really good. Speedroid Wing Synchron. This is a level 5 tuner monster, but it also has a pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can destroy this card and a level 2 wind pendulum monster card in your pendulum zone. If you do, special summon one Clearwing Synchro Dragon from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Also, for the rest of the turn, cards in your pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects, and you cannot special summon except wind monsters. Oh, I never noticed that it has to be level 2. So it is the idea is that you are synchro summoning from the pendulum zone. That's actually kind of cute because it's a tuner. The other monster is a non-tuner, and it's level 5. Okay. Okay. So it's a soft once per turn. But it does say, for the rest of the turn, cards in your pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it stops you from doing the effect more than once. But since it's a soft once per turn, that means it's a weird interaction. But that means that if your opponent has negated this effect, and you are somehow able to return Wing Synchron to your hand and then reactivate it, you can do it again. Which is unlikely, but it is nice that you have the option. If this card is added to your extra deck face up and you control 2 or more different types of wind synchro monsters, you can send one Speedroid spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard. So you do have to synchro summon once before you use the effect, but you did that anyway because you have to have a Speedroid monster in your graveyard to use Chrono Clockers' effect. So yeah, this lets you mill your trap card, which is really good. So these 2 cards are fantastic. They give you a free copy of Clearwing Synchro Dragon, which allows you to very easily make Crystal Clearwing over Synchro Dragon. Okay, High Speedroid Glider 2. This is a rare, which is great. One, it's a level 5 Machine Synchro Tuner monster, 1 Wind Machine Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can target a level 7 or lower Wind non-tuner Synchro monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So this card allows you to revive your Clearwing Synchro Dragon so that you can use it as a Synchro material. If your opponent special summons a monster and you control a Clearwing monster except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Increase the levels of all monsters your opponent controls by 5. This is a hilarious effect. So this is a reference to the other level 5 Speedroid monster, which is High Speedroid. I play this card all the time. Why can I not remember the name? I'm so tired. Hagoida. Hagoida contributed itself to raise the levels of all cards on the field by 1. So this card raises the levels of all cards your opponent controls by 5, which definitely makes them unable to synchro summon, but also messes with their ability to exceed summon. Very funny. Great card. You probably would play this at 2 because that's the way that you can synchro. If you can make 2 of these, then you make one first. You summon your Clearwing with the Chrono Clockers, and then you synchro it off, and then you make a second one. Revive the Clearwing from your graveyard, go into a second Crystal Clearwing over Synchro Dragon. I don't know exactly how many copies of this we're going to play. It'll either be 2 or 3. It's new. That's not new. I don't think there's too many new cards left. Hold on. I wish it would show the cards that were new, like a way to filter for that. Here we go. Tactical Trainer, the 6 Samurai. This is a level 2 Warrior Tuner monster. If you control a Synchro monster, a 6 Samurai monster other than Tactical Trainer, you can special summon this card. You can only special summon Tactical Trainer once per turn this way. You can use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is sent from the hand or the field to the graveyard, you can add one 6-strike card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That's great. Searching a 6-strike card makes it easier for you to use that one monster's effect. A 6 Samurai monster that was Synchro Summoned using this card gains this effect. Monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack points. Okay. Alright, so you search the this card, which lets you destroy all cards your opponent controls, which is hilarious. So, great. That's going to really impact the board. That's a really good card. Palm Ryziel. There's even more Ryziel monsters. Level 4 Fire Thunder monster cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by shuffling a Ryziel monster from your hand or graveyard into the deck or extra deck. You cannot special summon from the extra deck except rank 4 Xyz monsters. Okay, so this card like locks you the whole time it's on the board. Alright. Once per turn during damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can send one level 4 monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. If you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's attack until the end of the battle phase. That's an interesting effect. This card seems not very good. I bet that we don't even play it. Minimalian. It's an alien. Okay. Level 4 Water Psychic monster. Water Psychic. Interesting. You can banish one other card from your hand. Special summon this card from your hand. You can banish one level 4 or lower monster you control. Special summon one monster from your deck with the same original type and attribute than the banished monster, but 1 or 2 levels lower than its original level. That is a cute effect. I don't think that will be seeing play in anything. Beast of Talwar, the Sword Summit. Level 7 Fiend monster with 2400 attack, 2150 defense. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. The first time this card will be destroyed by an opponent's card effect each turn, it is not destroyed. Neither player can target other monsters with equipped spells or effects, and it is always treated as an Archfiend. Okay, so this is really funny. So some people might wonder, okay, this is clearly a Beast of Talwar retrain. It has the same stats. It is treated as an Archfiend. But isn't Beast of Talwar level 6? Yes, Beast of Talwar is a level 6 monster. This is a reference to when Beast of Talwar was the ace monster in your starter deck in Reshef of Reshef of Destruction, which is a very old Yu-Gi-Oh! GBA game that I played on this channel. Beast of Talwar was in your starting deck as a level 7 with 2,400 attack points. It was basically like a Red Eyes Black Dragon. It was your best card. So this is a reference to that, which is really, really funny. So yeah, I like it a lot. Asceticism is not new, but it's been reprinted so that you know which card you're using. Double Assault is new. We've already talked about what it can do. So you can either search Double Assault, which allows you to extend more, or you can search the pop card. Shadow Severing Strike, a continuous spell card. If a card is banished from the hand or field to activated monster effect, you can apply one of the following effects based on the type banished. Monster, negate the effects of spells or traps on the field until the end of the turn. Spell, draw 2 cards. Trap, banish 1 monster on the field. If a card is banished to activated monster effect, you can add if this card is banished to activated monster effect, you can add one of your other banished cards to your hand. So, if a card is banished from the hand or field, you can draw 2 cards or banish a monster on the field. I don't know what you would use this for. This is weird. Ryziel Cross. This is the Ryziel field spell. I believe this card is good, so it's cool that it's a rare. You cannot summon monsters with the same name as a card you control. So this card prevents you from summoning more than one copy of Ryziel Detonator. So you have to make your Ryziel Detonators before you play Ryziel Cross. You can target 2 Ryziel cards in your graveyard except Ryziel Cross. Place them on the bottom of your deck in any order, and then if you do, draw 1 card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, when a monster effect is activated by your... Once per turn, when a monster effect activated by your opponent resolves, you can attach 1 material from a Ryziel Xyz monster you control. If you do, negate that effect. Cool. Negated effect. On resolution. Really good. I like this card. Steamed Sabersaurus. That is hilarious artwork. Level 4 Fire Dinosaur Xyz monster requires 2 level 4s. You attach 1 material from this card, destroy 1 dinosaur in your hand or on the field, then you can change the battle position of 1 monster on the field. At the start of the damage step of your other dinosaur monster battles, you can destroy this card. If you do, that dinosaur gains 2,000 attack until the end of the battle phase. Okay. I think anyone's going to play that card, but that's pretty funny. Any new N rarity cards? I don't think so. No. Ryziel Plugin. Quick play spell card. Target one of your Xyz monsters or Ryziel monsters that is banished in your graveyard. Special summon it, then you can attach 1 Ryziel card from your deck to 1 rank 4 Xyz monster you control. Also, you cannot declare attacks for the rest of the turn except with rank 4 monsters. You can only activate 1 Ryziel plugin per turn. Okay, so this card will allow you to revive your Detonator during your opponent's turn, and then with Detonator summoned, it gets to attach a material from it, from the graveyard, and then Ryziel plugin will also attach, so that gives you 2 more pops. Decent. Ryziel Plasma Hole. Target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Ryziel Xyz monsters you control. Destroy them, then you can attach 1 Ryziel card from your graveyard to 1 rank 4 Xyz monster you control. Man, they really like to just detonate all the time. You can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after effect resolves. Xyz summon 1 Xyz monster you control using monster you control, including a Ryziel monster. Okay. Good card. Speedroid Clearwing Wonder. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different monster types among winged synchros you control. Destroy them. If your opponent spell summons a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a winged synchro monster you control, banish it, then return it to the field. Amazing. This just lets you recycle all of your once per turn negates, which is everything that they do. And lastly, Ryziel Mass Driver. Apply the following effect, then you can attach this card to a rank 4 Xyz monster you control. For the rest of the turn, all Ryziel cards you control gain 1,000 attack points. If this card is sent to the graveyard, except from the field, you can target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. Okay. So, what are my thoughts? 6 Sams will be good. They are more expensive than I was expecting, but they are still going to be very good. Fabled will... Is this enough for Fabled to start seeing play? Fabled will probably be an engine for Fiendsmith, which is fine. Fabled is good enough as a light Fiend engine for Fiendsmith. So I think that Fabled Fiendsmith will be more popular than Musket Fiendsmith, which is already not that popular, but people will experiment with this. They love seeing new light Fiends, so definitely a good option. Jirax will not be good. They'll be really funny. And then Speedroids will be not meta. They'll be a strong rogue deck. And then Ryzeal is going to be really, really good. All right. That's it from me. Meows will see no play at all if you get this rip. My name is Srafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.